going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Nickel and Dimes. I'm Kale McBride here with Harold Hughes. Great weekend of football. Ready to bring y'all another excellent episode. Get into Jane Daniels in Cincinnati last night. Talk about our Rookie of the Year predictions. Talk about who's been beasting again. Our daily segment. Start off the show for the week, and then also talk about dysfunction in Dallas too for today's show. And yeah, ready to get to it, buddy?
I'm pretty pumped up. Got a great slate of things to talk about today. And yeah, let's start with the Monday night game.
Yeah, I'm ready to get down to it.
Me, an LSU fan, tears in the eyes watching that game last night. Couldn't believe it. My two Heisman quarterbacks.
You couldn't lose last night.
Nope, I could have if they both played terrible.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I won. I won bigger than I ever thought I'd win because Jaden Daniels is my fantasy quarterback too.
Oh, so you doubled up.
Sorry, but I'm good. It's getting emotional, man. Joe Burrow, balling.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase, balling.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels, balling. All three of my guys out there. It's a proud day to be an LSU fan. And it was basically the perfect offensive game for both teams.
Yeah, bro. I mean, no punts, no turnovers. Pretty sure that hasn't happened like ever in the NFL.
Since 1940.
Yeah.
First time in the Super Bowl era. That's crazy.
Game plan. Washington's offense is like it's confusing because it's not really NFL offense, but like, it works so well. And the Bengals just couldn't stop anything last night. And Daniel Jones, he only had 2 incompletions last night. Or Jaden Daniels, my bad. Wrong NFC East quarterback. Jaden Daniels only had 2 incompletions last night. He played amazing.
The Bengals defense is one of the most confusing things in sports. You know, they let Jacoby Brissett. The Pats' offense wasn't great against them, but they ran the ball very easily. And then they basically shut down Patrick Mahomes the whole game. Mahomes 2 interceptions.
They lost that game. They gave that game away.
Yeah. Mahomes looked pretty bad. Their defense did a great job against him. And then you go play the Commanders. You don't think they're going to be that good on offense. Got a rookie quarterback. And he looks unbelievable. He destroys you with his arm, with his legs. It was just an unbelievable performance for Jaden Daniels. Since he's got to be shaking their heads like Bengals fans, you have to be really concerned after that game.
Oh, extremely concerned.
Yeah.
Because I thought they were going to be AFC contender, AFC to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl this year, and they're 0-3 now, and in a tough division, a tough conference too. And Monday night game at home, you got to win this game. If your defense gets 1 or 2 stops, I think they end up winning this game. But I'm sorry, you can't allow a rookie quarterback to only throw 2 incompletions, having 91.3% completion percentage, and just basically up and down the field against you too.
Yeah, I've never seen a game where Joe Burrow plays that well and they lose.
Yeah.
Usually, if Chase is having over 100 yards, multiple touchdowns,
it's a win.
You check that off. That's a Bengals win.
Yeah.
And the Bengals offense was great last night. Burrow, Chase, they're not the problem. They scored with 10 minutes left to break it to a 5-point game. Yeah, 5-point game, and they didn't get the ball back to under 2 minutes.
Yeah, at some point you got to get a stop.
Yeah, get the ball back.
You got to stop something. I mean, Washington was doing whatever they wanted. Terry had 100 receiving yards, and they also had. I'm pretty sure they had over 100 yards on the ground, or at least close to it. You got to give in or something.
Yeah.
If they're gonna go crazy on the ground, you got to stop the pass. I don't understand why. I saw something earlier today that was the Commanders' offense is so simple, and yet the Giants and Bengals couldn't stop it. Well, the Giants 2 weeks ago, I guess. The Giants didn't really do anything to confuse Daniel Jones, or I don't know why I keep saying Daniel Jones. Jaden Daniels.
There's a Daniel in both.
Yeah, they didn't do anything to confuse Jaden Daniels. They just sat back, was allowing Washington to run quick slants and all that, and then the Bengals just couldn't stop anything. It's they weren't. I don't think they were blitzing much either. They just weren't confusing Jaden at all.
Yeah, no, I remember it. Halfway through the third quarter, he was only blitzed, I believe it was twice. It was a real low number, and he was shredding against not the blitz. But then again, at the end of the game, they ran cover 0. They set the house on last play, the touchdown to McLaurin.
Yeah. The dot, by the way.
That was just an unbelievable play, but I don't know why you're going cover 0 there.
No.
I guess you got Terry McLaurin going up against.
They don't have good enough corners.
Yeah, the corners aren't there.
They don't have good enough corners.
It was Daxton Hill. Hill he's going up against.
They don't have good enough corners to play one-on-one coverage on the outside. And again, in that situation, why are you going going cover zero. Like if anything, should be like a zone blitz if you're gonna bring pressure, generate pressure, or let's show pressure, bail out of it. Play like a match coverage on the backside, drop the safety down low, something like that. Something to try and confuse
Yeah,
him.
just disguise something.
Yeah, like play with him.
And
Like
not just a straight up cover zero
yeah,
blitz.
like that's I'm sorry, but that's easy. That's an easy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, someone's coming.
Yeah.
You can slide or protect it some way, but someone's coming, and very simple game plan for Washington, and it worked. Like I don't like Cliff Kingsbury is known for having a college-like offense, which is why everyone thought it was going to work so well in Arizona, and it worked to a certain extent. I mean, they made playoff. They went to the playoffs a couple times, but he's not there anymore. And I mean, there's kind of a reason for that. Like this offense is stoppable. It's just
Yeah, it's not rocket science.
No, the Bengals just didn't do anything to stop it.
Yeah, Bengals just like Trey Hendrickson had a real slow night. I know he got sacked later in the game, but you expect him to be going like eating against the tackles of Washington. Same thing with Hubbard. Like both those guys at the edge, they really weren't getting anything going. I think the Bengals are really missing Miles Murphy, the guy they got out of Clemson first round a few years ago, because he's supposed to be a beast. He's been out for the first few weeks, so I think they really need him to get back to help the pass rush.
Yeah, I think like you said, like the Bengals defense is so confusing. I think we were super high on the Bengals after the Chiefs game because it's just the way they played, and then their defense, like in a way, like looking back at it now, because when we came in, we were saying, oh, they got young guys in secondary, like these young guys can play well, then they'll be great, like their back end will be there, but they're not playing well. They haven't played well since the Chiefs game, or they didn't play well on Monday night, and they're also. Bengals really don't have a front four. Like they can't. I don't think they can get home with just four guys because it's just Trey Hendrickson. And then they got good backers. That's like their strong suit.
Yeah, Pratt and Wilson are both really good.
But like good backers can only get you so far. You need
now,
guys,
yes.
Yeah, you need guys back in the back end and
up front.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, I still believe in the Bengals.
I'm not hopping off the train yet. I feel they just gotta get in. They just gotta get in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they can afford. I mean, 0-3 is tough. That's a real tough
That
start.
is tough.
But like you watch it, like Burrow looks good, Chase looks good, Higgins first game back, he looked good. I feel like those three alone can almost bring you where you need. And you lose Trent Brown, that's your right tackle.
Yeah,
he's
that's
out for the
rough.
year.
Yeah.
But that's why you drafted Marius Mims. That's why he's there. He's got to be ready to play. First round pick. You hope he can come in because he's about the same size as Trent Brown, which is basically impossible. Like I don't know how they found this kid. He's huge, 6'8" also.
Is that the guy from Jordan?
Yeah. He's a giant dude, and I think Orlando Brown, the other side, giant dude.
Yeah.
So I think as long as they can keep Burrow clean and the offense can play their game, I mean, if you're Cincy, you gotta hope this is a defensive outlier. But you can't have this ever happen again.
Yeah, I feel like it would be one thing if they're sitting here 0-3 and like they just look bad. Like Burrow looked how he looked week 1.
Yeah.
And like that's one thing, but like as long as there's good pieces to take away, I feel like you can always work on the little things.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know, maybe they just got
Yeah.
on Monday. They just got
I think they thought it was an easy win.
I think so too. I think they may overlook this Washington team, and I don't know. I feel like they can turn it around, but I just think that this beginning part of their schedule is when they like really needed to. They needed to be 2-1.
Yeah.
Not 0-3.
You got the Patriots, you got the Washington Commanders. You got to beat both those teams. You got to take care of them. Because you look at it, like, since he's rushing, they ran it for almost 6.5 yards a carry, 7 yards a carry. They couldn't be stopped.
Yeah, like, that's also bad at Washington. Because
That's terrible, Washington.
Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen.
Yeah,
like,
two of the highest paid D tackles in
I
the
was
league.
just about to say that.
Yeah.
Like, that's a bad look. And the Giants were running the ball again pretty well, too.
Yeah.
But, I mean, hey, as long as you can, I guess if you can outscore your opponent, that is the name of the game.
That's what it's all about, huh?
Just if you get in a shootout, whoever touched the ball last usually ends up winning. So, yeah, I don't know. It was tough to look at. Tough for Cincy because the early part of the schedule where they needed to really start 2-1.
Yeah, home game on a Monday night.
Yeah, and now the schedule's only getting harder because now you got to start putting division games, and then you also playing other people in the AFC.
Yeah,
could be fighting for spots. And I'm pretty sure they're starting at the bottom of the conference too.
Yeah, it's
them.
them.
The division.
They do get a little lucky that the Ravens are 1-2.
Yeah, that's a break.
If the Ravens are 3-0, that'd be tough. I think it's much more likely that the Bengals will catch up to a 3-0 Steelers team than a 3-0 Ravens team.
Yeah, lots to unpack with the Steelers too.
Yes, definitely.
But yeah.
I think we're gonna move on there. I think that It was a good segment there about the Bengals and the Commanders, talking good stuff about both of them. You know what's not good stuff?
What's not good?
What's going on in Dallas?
Well, I'm pretty happy. I think it's good for me.
It's not good. You gotta take off your G-Men tinted glasses.
All right, I'll take them off.
It's a shit show.
Oh, but I think
it's
I think
bad
that's putting
Dallas.
I think it's putting. I think that's putting it nicely.
You know, you have a game against the Ravens. It's supposed to be probably the best game in the 4 o'clock window going in. Everyone's like, oh, this is going to be a great game. 2 good teams. Getting off a bumpy start so far. And the Ravens they punked him. They came into Dallas and they punched him in the mouth and took a huge lead. And Dallas got back into it, but it was too little too late. They had to get looking for multiple onside kicks. Lamar picked up a clutch 3rd down at the end of the game to seal it. And it's just the Dallas defense has got some real problems. And so does the Dallas offense. They can't run the ball.
Yeah. It's just the same thing every year with this. This is why the Cowboys will never be elite. It's just the same thing every year. They run into the same problems. There's always drama in Dallas. It's a reality TV show down there.
Yeah,
it's literally a reality TV show about football. Like Micah, CD, Dak, those are the main characters of the story. And then of course the man who runs it all,
the main character.
The main character, Jerry Jones. He is the cancer around this team. I will die on this hill. Jerry Jones is the reason why the Cowboys will not win a Super Bowl ever.
Again.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Come on, you can't take away what Jerry did back in the day.
I mean, did he do that? Or was that Jimmy Johnson? Because they haven't won since Jimmy Johnson's been gone.
No, Barry Switzer took on 1-1.
Oh, yeah. That's
With Jimmy Johnson.
With Jimmy, exactly.
Yes, correct.
So, it's just the same thing every year in Dallas. Like you said, they go big game at home, 4 o'clock window, big game at home against the Ravens. You have to bounce back because you just got embarrassed at home the previous week to New Orleans. Derek Carr dropped 40 on you guys. You come into this game. This is a game you're supposed to be fired up, amped up, ready to go.
Great
the
test.
Boys did not look ready to play at all. I think Mike McCarthy is horrible at getting his guys ready to play.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a wicked inspiring
The
guy.
Cowboys never look ready to come in and play a game. They don't look amped up. They don't look fired up. It's like if they are, it's off their own motivation, not Mike McCarthy's at all. Everybody wanted to attack Dan Quinn last year. Dan Quinn's not there anymore. They wanted to blame him for this defense. He's not there. It's Mike Zimmer. Mike Zimmer is a good defensive play caller too.
Yeah.
It's the personnel that's out there. Who's getting the personnel there, Hurt?
You know, Jerry does it an unorthodox way where he gets to pick the players. He's the GM and the owner, which is really rare.
Why?
Because he has to.
Like, just let
All right,
people
where do they play? What's their stadium?
Jerry
World.
Jerry's World.
It's Jerry World.
It's so like I would be so frustrated as a Cowboys fan, and there's no way like you can think every year that you're going to be an elite team when it's the same thing happens every year.
No, Caleb, you don't get it. You're on the outside. You're a Giants fan. I'm a Pats fan. Like we don't get it. But like I've spoken to Cowboys fans. They wake up every year and they truly look themselves in the mirror and they go, "Yep,
Bro,
this is our year. The Cowboys are good." And like, no, they're 1-2 now. They'll probably win a few games, get a little momentum going, maybe. And they're gonna be doing it again. Like, you don't want to see the Cowboys in the playoffs. And then
everyone wants to.
Then they're gonna lose by 30 in the playoffs. It's awesome. It's like it's the one reality show. They don't have to do a different ending every year because the one that works is so good.
The same ending is beautiful every year.
You know, the Cowboys are America's team because America loves to laugh at the Cowboys. Like the same way, like Adam Sandler's America's comedian because we love to laugh. Not don't laugh at Adam Sandler. We laugh with him because he's telling jokes. The Cowboys,
we laugh at
laughing at him.
Oh, we love
laughing at him.
Love laugh because it's like every year. Well, this year they actually came in with like I'm not gonna say no expectations.
Much lower.
Them themselves, they had expectations, but the media didn't really see the Cowboys as really a huge threat. And then like they come into this year, they embarrass Cleveland. Everybody's like, oh wow,
We them boys.
wow,
It's our year.
wow. But look at Cleveland now. Cleveland looks horrible.
Cleveland's in the gutter.
Cleveland looks horrible. They look like the old Browns.
Yep.
And then Dallas gets punked in 2 games. Like they got embarrassed at home.
Back to back at home.
Like they got like it was bad. Like you got embarrassed at home. Then your GM/owner comes out after the game, who never takes accountability for his actions at all.
Come on, it's Jerry World.
What does the GM do, Harry?
The GM decides who's on your roster.
Oh, okay. So in the offseason,
All player personnel moves.
all
and coaching,
player
yes.
yeah, and coaching too. So the players that are out there playing on the field, you brought them here.
He did.
You signed off on them. You may not have went out. They might not have been your first choice. Maybe you had a coaching year saying, "Oh, I think this guy's good." Maybe they convince you. But honestly, Jerry being the type of guy he is, I feel like if he stands on something, he stands on it. He's not
very stubborn.
Yeah, he's not going for it. So they come in with no running back. You got five.
Wait a minute. They made a giant addition. No pun intended. Bringing in big old Zeke Elliott for one more year.
Who has done nothing but regress his rookie year.
Okay, that was like what, 2 years ago now?
His rookie year?
That would be 8 years ago. They brought in their old running back who he couldn't even stick around on the poor Pats. The Pats were terrible last year, and he was still. I like Zeke. You know, at Ohio State, 85 yards down the heart of the South. Like that's sweet. That was his prime. Long ago.
That was his prime.
That Zeke ain't walking through the door anymore. It's over for him.
Oh, and then they got 5'5" Deuce Vaughn back there. Like,
yeah, well, his dad. Yeah, because wonder why it's another Jerry World thing. It's because his dad was the scout on the team.
I like Deuce Vaughn at Kansas State, but
it's the NFL.
Yeah, like come on now. Like,
it's the NFL.
Yeah. And you had the chance to sign Derrick Henry. Oh, we don't have the money for Derrick Henry. Bro, what?
Derrick Henry played like he knew that too.
Like what? Like what do you mean you don't? Derrick Henry wanted to be a Cowboy. Mm-hmm. If you get the Dak deal done and the CD deal done early in the year, then you can maybe move some expenses around to try and sign Derrick Henry. But they didn't even put the effort to go get Derrick Henry at all.
Caleb, you're missing the point. He says a great reality show. A reality show needs drama. You think they're just gonna sign CD Lamb?
Bro, it's like they do this on purpose.
They're gonna sign
it's actually like they do this on purpose. It's like Jerry's
messes dying laughing.
Yeah, usually he messes up on purpose. Like there's no way he's dead serious about this.
Yeah, no, you know how the thing with Hard Knocks is? Like, there's a bunch of rules to when you can get on it.
Yeah.
Jerry's probably like, I'll do it again. Like, Jerry, you were on it like 2 years ago. You can't come back. I'll do it again.
Look, give it to me again.
One more year. Yeah. Like, you have Dak Prescott, great quarterback. CeeDee Lamb, great receiver. Yeah, you could just give him the contract to be done with it. Like most teams, every other team in the league does, basically. No. It's like, we're going to drag it on. It literally is a reality TV show.
Yeah, I'm going to sign my franchise quarterback an hour before our first game.
And if you think they're signing Micah Parsons
anytime
soon,
no.
Oh, it's going to be great. Like the rumors, all this stuff come out. Jerry's going to give a quote. Like,
we love Micah. We want Micah to stay.
We need Micah. And Micah's going on his podcast, and he's like, I want to be a Cowboy for life. And then Jerry's like, we'll see. And then like a month later, he'll get like a $200 million contract. Like, Jerry, we know you're going to pay him. Just cut the bull crap, like all the theatrics, and just
pay.
You're a football team. You're not A&E. You're not Real Housewives of Dallas. Go play the game. Go get your players on the field because they do draft well.
Bro, he's a cancer circling this Cowboys organization, and the crazy thing is, his stamp is gonna be there long after he's 6 foot under.
Because Stephen Jones is coming.
Just
a chip off the old block.
There might just be another Jones coming up. Like the Cowboys they're never gonna sell. There's no way they ever sell the Jones family. There's no way they ever sell, and it's gonna stay in the Jones family for a long time. Like the Cowboys are just gonna it's just gonna be. I feel like Jerry's just gonna be circling even when he's gone.
Yeah, he's gonna be the ghost of Jerry Jones.
They're not gonna be able to escape it.
Like the Raiders have a giant torch in their stadium, the eternal torch of Al Davis.
Yeah,
it rules. It's objectively pretty sick. I can't. I don't want Jerry Jones to die, obviously, but whatever they do in Dallas when the poor man passes is gonna be insane.
He's gonna get a fat statue outside AT&T.
They might make the Colossus of Rhodes, the statue back in Roman times. It might not Rome, old thing. Like it's one of the 7 ancient wonders of the world.
Yeah.
The statue incomprehendibly big.
Dude, I bet
the Jerry one will be bigger.
I think Jerry would have it written. I think he definitely has said to his family or has it written down somewhere that he wants a big the exact dimensions of his statue is written down somewhere. The statue that he wants outside AT&T Stadium.
Yeah, I guarantee you. No way he doesn't. It's going to be awesome because there's going to be drama about that too. When are they going to unveil it?
Yeah.
Oh, how much does it cost? All this stuff. He probably has it all written. Now he's laughing about it.
It's just it's so dysfunctional in Dallas, and
it's a football team.
It's why they always choke in the playoffs. Something always goes wrong with them, and this Dallas team is probably the worst Dallas team for the past. I feel like recently the Super Bowl antics or Super Bowl hype has really kicked up for the last 4 years, maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like the worst Dallas team of the past 4 years.
Agreed.
And,
Definitely.
like they get bullied. Like they're not a physical team at all.
Yeah,
Like, you can out physical Dallas,
most definitely.
and that's just not a good look for a team that's contending for a Super Bowl at all.
Agreed. And the one thing I feel like Dak Prescott is so not in the mold of this whole drama thing.
No, Dak
He feels
Prescott
like the most
doesn't fit the
no-nonsense
Dallas
guy ever.
Micah, yes. CD, yes.
Oh, they got this guy's podcast.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Dak doesn't fit at all. He doesn't fit the Cowboys culture.
No, he doesn't. Like,
Well, there
he's
is
a serious football
yeah.
player.
Like I was gonna say there is no culture there, but there is bad culture.
But Tony Romo was great for that. He's dating Jessica Simpson, all about like I'm Tony Romo, I'm gonna go golfing, all this stuff. Dak's just a dude who wants to play football, and he's a true gunslinger. And I feel bad for him because Jerry's not going on anywhere.
No.
And neither is he. He just signed the big deal. Yeah, no, I don't know what's going on over there. Just Jerry. Jerry World. It's his world.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. Hopefully, well, not hopefully, but we'll see what happens with the Cowboys the rest of the way. We just know it's gonna end great.
It's going to be awesome. When they lost the game to the Niners in the playoffs, was it 2 years ago? When they put Zeke in at center?
Yeah.
You can't make that up. What is that? That'll never happen again. Like, it's this new laughably bad die. They run out of time, can't spike
lovely.
the ball.
It's lovely.
Yeah. All right. Moving on from that, and our love of the Cowboys, or I love to laugh at the Cowboys. We got a new segment, Pretenders and Contenders. Our producer Ryan, back there, shout out Ryan, is going to give me and Caleb 5 teams, and we're going to discuss between the two of us if they're contenders or pretenders.
Hey, look at his smile back there.
He's cheesing.
He's so happy. He's so happy. I already know what's gonna be on here. I have one thing.
Oh yeah, we all know.
We all know.
Ryan's
We all
Vikings
know.
will be mentioned.
Yeah.
But I bet he's gonna try to put like 3rd or 4th or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
There's no way.
try
No,
to
there's
trip
no
us
way
out,
he's out
yeah.
the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. All right, Ryan. What?
I got the New York Jets.
The New York Jets are the first team.
Here, you want to take this first?
Yeah, I'll take it. They're pretenders. They are. The Jets. Yeah, whoopee whoopee. They beat up on the Patriots. Sweet. I think Aaron Rodgers. He looked like a contender. I thought Aaron Rodgers looked great against the
Aaron
Patriots
Rodgers
defense.
looks sweet.
It's just, I don't know. I'm not that sold on the Jets. I'm not sold on their line. Tyron Smith went down. And you got Fashanu in, and he looked okay. Breece Hall looks good. Like, I understand why someone could think they're contenders. I'm educated. I've seen way too much Jets football to ever put them as contenders. They're just not. They're pretenders. Something's going to go wrong. They almost got that Cowboys-like chic to them, where just weird stuff always happens. Like, they bring in Aaron Rodgers. He plays 3 plays, tears Achilles. That's like a Jets thing to happen. It did happen. I don't know. I think they're definitely pretenders. To you?
I'm gonna go pretenders too, but not for the same reasons as you. I think that the Jet. I feel like they're gonna end up choking eventually. I feel like that Rodgers may wear down a little bit as the season goes on. I do like their running back room.
Yeah.
Braylon Allen would be the starting running back in Dallas. Actually, he would be a starting running back in Dallas for sure, and I feel like he'd be a starting running back anywhere else in the league, minus like Philadelphia and like you got solidified guys at. But I don't really like their defense. The defense did play well Thursday night, but like look at the offense they're going against.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like
Offensive line.
Not even trying to hate.
No,
like,
it is what it
being
is.
real, like yeah, like
We can't even start our rookie quarterback because he get killed.
Exactly. So they look like, of course, I would hope they look good. Like Will McDonald had a sack, 2 sacks maybe.
The 4th?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I love that guy.
Yeah,
He's a
he had 2 sacks against you guys, and I don't think the Jets struggled against Tennessee. Tennessee's god awful. Will Levis is god awful.
Will Levis.
And-
Jeez.
They struggled against the Niners too. So the only time where they have looked good is when they played a pretender, not even in the discussion as a contender.
Yeah, the Pats aren't pretending to be anything. You know what
like,
they are.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're not even in this discussion. So I need to see more for the Jets, and basing off what I've seen, I'm not ready to jump on the hype train yet.
All right. Ryan, what's the next team?
We got the
Philadelphia Eagles.
Ooh, me,
Yeah, Kev, take us away.
me. Pretenders. What? Like, come on now. Like, look at their coach. Like, their coach, what does he do? Please tell me what Nick Sirianni does. Nothing. I'll answer it. He does nothing. He doesn't play call on either side of the ball. He makes horrible decisions on when to go for it. He's bad at game management.
No,
Only thing he's good for is hyping up his team.
you're wrong.
Jalen Hurts is bad. He's been bad to start the year. He already has more turnovers than he had last year. I'm pretty sure. He has 6 turnovers in 3 games. Come on now, like that's 2 a game.
Yeah,
that's
a lot.
2 a game. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad. AJ Brown is out. We know that. We'll see when maybe it will change when he comes back. But then Devontae is gonna be out for a minute because that looked like a concussion that he had.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Devontae's a $160 and a 300-pound lineman just jumped right on him. He's going to be out for a little bit. The only reason why they're winning right now is Saquon. And the only reason why they're not 3-0 is also Saquon. It's a one-man show right now in Philly. Their defense is the only reason – not the only reason, but the defense is part of the reason why they're 2-1 instead of 0-3 maybe, 1-2. Their defense is elite. They got a good front seven. But other than that, pretenders. Pretenders.
I want to piggyback on your thoughts on Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni is by far the best coach in the league at one department, being a giant tool. He is awful. Everything he does, like they'll show old clips. I think from the Giants game.
He feels like an industry plant.
He's awful. He's insufferable. Just everything about him. Just it's bad for like even Big Dom. Oh yeah, here comes Big Dom, the security guy, guys. It's so funny. Yeah, it's funny when you're like 10-1.
Yeah.
But then when you lose in the first round of playoffs, oh, Big Dom's not allowed on the sideline, guys. Watch out for him. It loses. It's not very funny. Like Big Dom, he got in a fight with Drake Greenlaw against the Niners. Yeah, that's sick and all. You lost by like 40 then.
Yeah.
Like the Eagles shtick, like they bring Jason Kelsey out all around the time. Like, oh yeah, Jason Kelsey's here. You're really missing him.
Yeah.
like
bad.
Like it's great and all. He's
bad.
there. Hello, Jason Kelsey. So I'm gonna have to go pretenders, which sucks because I think if they had a different coach, if they had a legitimate coach, they could very easily be contenders. I think that's all it is.
Yeah.
I know that's a big thing. Coach is a big deal. Like, yeah, Hurts is starting off slow, but they can lean on the run game.
They can't get a play call on offense. Like they haven't found the right guy since Shane Steichen left.
Yeah.
And then on defense, I mean Fangio, he looks like I think it's really just the players right now. Like it's easier to call a good game when you have guys that make up for it. But yeah.
The thing is, like, the Eagles did beat 2 really good teams so far this year. They beat the Packers. And Jordan Love got hurt like on the Hail Mary. That's a legitimate win.
Yeah.
And the Saints had looked great up until they played Philly. The Philly defense shut them down.
That's what I'm saying. They're winning games because of their defense.
Yeah,
right
and
now.
I think eventually it's not going to be sustainable.
Yeah, thank you.
I agree.
The time that we're in,
Yep.
you cannot. I'm sorry. Defense does win championships, but to a certain extent. There's an asterisk on that because the defense has to make certain plays in a game to win you the game, but you cannot rely on them the whole entire game because eventually they're going to get defense gets tired, especially when you keep them out on the field. Like the Saints could have won that game. Derek Carr wasn't freaking baby and just stood in the pocket and just delivered a ball over the middle instead of just running away from a sack.
Yeah.
Saints would have won that. Saints could have won that game.
Yeah, so we're on board with that. We got 2 more pretenders. No, like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, 3. Can you count?
All right.
I was thinking like me and you said we got
Okay.
on the same page again for 2.
Yeah.
Like 2 more pretenders. Like
Yeah.
we both said they were pretenders. Yeah.
You gonna let Ryan talk?
Chill, boys.
We got the team that didn't write back, Seattle Seahawks.
Ooh.
I'm thinking.
Ooh.
You want it? Ooh. I'll take it. Seattle Seahawks. Contenders.
Oh.
Taking the Seahawks as contenders. I like Geno Smith. I think he gets it done. And I love Mike McDonald, their new head coach. They got him DC of the Ravens. I think he's a ball knower. He got to be the big head coach, but I think he's an elite coach. I think 3-0 is a great start. You know, obviously, you beat Skylar Thompson. Okay. You barely beat the Patriots in overtime. Okay. You beat Bo Nix. Well, that's 3 of them now. But still, I like what they got going, and I believe so much in the duo of Tyreek Woolen and, was it Witherspoon? Did I say it? Yeah, Witherspoon. I believe in those 2. They get it done. I really like this team. There's something about Seattle. You know, you go up in the Northwest, 12th man. They're getting after you. And Geno gets it done. He throws a beautiful deep ball, and Metcalf's been playing some of the best football of his whole career. So if he's playing like that, and JSN's coming on. You got to love
Still got
JSN.
Lockett, too.
Yeah, Lockett. Those are 3 guys. Kenneth Walker's out. Once you get back him and Charbonnet is a really good 2-headed thing. So I'm going with contenders for the Seattle Seahawks. As of right now, probably the easiest 3 games you can start the season with. But hey, they're 3-0. It's not hard to win the NFL. It is hard to win the NFL. So can't take that for granted. What do you think?
I'm gonna go contenders too. Because I know they play the Giants in a couple weeks. That should be a winnable game. And they already started off 3-0. The Niners are hurt. The Rams are hurt. They're already better than Cardinals. And with the Rams being out, I think that's gonna they snuck one away from San Francisco, but really San Francisco should have won that game if Ronnie Bell could catch. San Francisco wins that game. But I think the Seahawks, everything's just working in their favor right now, and I think that's why they'll get a good seeding in the playoff. I don't think they're gonna win a division, but I think they'll be like a 5 seed.
Gotta be lucky.
I think they'll be like a 5 seed, and I think they could definitely win a game. If there's like a bad 4 seed, which probably be from someone from the South, NFC South, they could beat somebody in the NFC South right now. So I can see them winning a playoff game. And yeah, I like how Gino's playing well right now. I like all the points that you hit. DK's playing well. They still got Lockett. They got Jackson too. Swift and Jigba.
He's coming on.
He's starting to cook up too. Their defense is nice too. They got Leonard Williams. He got hurt last Sunday. We'll see what happens with him, but shouldn't be nothing too serious. They got Julian Love too in the back end, former Giant. Then they got 2 stellar corners on the outside. Like they got pieces for real. My thing is, I don't know how far Gino can take you. Kind of like Jared Goff and Baker Mayfield. That's how I feel the same way about Gino. I don't know how far he can take you. I don't know if he can take you to a Super Bowl. I don't know if he's an elite quarterback, but he's making it work right now. So
yeah, no, I think in the NFC it's much easier to be a contender than it is in the AFC. So I think
for sure, and they got 2 good running backs too. The run get Zach Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker's out right now, but he'll be coming back. Yeah. So they got a good run game. I like the Seattle team. Mike McDonald, I like him too.
It's a Michigan man.
Michigan man.
It's a Michigan man right there. Man.
But yeah, I like how this team's playing. I'll take them as contenders.
All right, got our first contenders. Number 4, Ryan, hit it. There it is.
Wow,
yeah.
Wow.
We knew we'd try to be all sneaky. We're talking about Ryan's own Minnesota Vikings.
Shocking.
Led by the Sam Darnold. You got this? You want me to take it?
I'll take it.
You take it.
Ryan's not going to like this. I'm going to say pretenders. I'm going to say pretenders right now. Everybody's going to look at me like I'm crazy right now. You're insane, Caleb. What are you talking about? I'm going to go pretenders because I don't know if Sam Darnold's going to last. Like, I don't know. I really don't know how this is going to play out. I feel like, yes, they got a stellar defense. Their defense is going to keep them in a lot of ball games. They do got Jettis. Jordan Addison's coming back too. It's hard to bet on them. Or it's hard to bet against them right now. But I just feel like their schedule worked out pretty well. They did beat the Niners. They beat a good Houston, Texas team too. Niners game though, I feel like the Niners game, like they had guys out. Niners missing a couple guys. Then they played the Giants week 1. It's the Giants. I have to see more from Sam Darnold. Because to me, in order for you to be a contender for me, you have to have an elite quarterback play. And I have to see more from Sam Darnold before I jump on this bandwagon. And I got to see what it looks like in their division. Division games are always hard. We'll see how Detroit plays them. We'll see how Green Bay plays them. Same with Chicago, too. I feel like they should have their way with Chicago, but Chicago's defense is nice. I know Ryan's not going to like this, but I'm going to go pretenders for right now.
I mean, if I got to join you on this wave, you got Sam Darnold. He was a bust in New York, been hopping around teams for a reason.
Journeyman.
But what football is all about is a good story. Kurt Warner packing bags, Tom Brady's 6th-round pick, all this stuff. Sam Darnold written off more times than anyone. The Niners last year didn't work. Football is all about a good story. The Minnesota Vikings, they're contenders. They're contenders. They have it. Brian Flores, best defensive coordinator in the league. Look what we did to the Rams, Super Bowl 53. I wasn't there. I watched it. You got Kevin O'Connell, elite head coach.
Elite play caller.
We got Jefferson. We got Addison. Hawkinson's coming back. Aaron Jones. Darnold doesn't have to be the best in the world, but you got those guys. If he's playing the way he's playing, they can beat anybody. I'm fired up right now. We're disagreeing on their contenders. Not even close.
Beat anybody?
They can beat anybody. They can do it all. They can do it all.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I just have to see more. Before I hop on it.
I've seen enough.
You seen enough?
I've seen enough. I'm in. I'm all the way in. Sam Darnold redemption arc. Sam Darnold was my guy coming out of college in 2018. I saw him against Penn State. I was like, yep.
That was
There's a franchise quarterback right here. This guy's taking someone to the promised land. And then I
It's
saw
gonna
him play against the Pats. He saw ghosts. He got mono. I mean, who's come back from mono before? Have you heard of an NFL quarterback getting mono? Nope. That's what legends are about, doing stuff for the first time. Sam Darnold taking the Vikings. Definitely in the playoffs. How far, I'm not sure, but they can do it. I believe in the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh yeah, they'll make the playoffs.
They might mess around and win the whole thing.
Whoa.
Who knows?
Whoa.
Who knows?
I don't know about that.
Brian Flores. That's a defensive Super Bowl winning defensive coordinator.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Last one, Ryan. What do you got?
Come on, bring it home, Ryan.
I know the answer to this, but we got the Steelers. I think we have to talk about it.
Pittsburgh Steelers, last team. Wow.
Steelers.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That is.
Is that a good poll? Do we give him credit for that?
We can definitely give you credit for that.
That was a good poll.
Yeah, I'm like kind of stumped.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. They're pretenders.
Okay.
I feel like they're pretenders. I don't know. I feel like I've said this before. I actually had this conversation earlier today too. Very heated conversation with one of my buddies. Actually, two of my buddies. Steelers are pretenders. Like you said it earlier with the Eagles. Relying on your defense is only gonna get you so far. It's not sustainable.
Oh, I thought you were going into dangerous waters there. I thought you were going after Tomlin.
Oh,
I
no.
was like, oh my god.
Oh no,
That's a danger.
No, never.
Because then we trashed on Sirianni with the Eagles. And I was like, oh.
No, Mike Tomlin's the GOAT.
Yeah.
This is what, like, look, he always has his guys ready to play.
Yeah.
And yeah, like the Steelers, maybe if this was like 2010, 2006, 07, maybe I would actually make them contenders because they got a good elite defense. They were getting the backup who came. Alex Highsmith got hurt on Sunday, and his backup got a sack against Rashawn Slater. So they got this defense is deep, and they got guys. And I like their linebacker room. They got good corners on the outside. Joey Porter Jr. is a dog. Dante Jackson, he's not a dog, but he's serviceable.
Yeah.
Then you got Mink in the back end, and do I even have to say the defensive line?
Nope.
Their defensive line is insane. The only thing with them is Justin Fields does look like a franchise quarterback. I just need him to develop a little bit more. And then they don't have any weapons on the outside right now, except for George Pickens. And Roman Wilson's supposed to be coming back. We'll see how he looks. He's still gonna be a rookie. He still has to adjust to the game, and he'll be coming off an injury. Hasn't played all year, so they don't really have weapons, and they have mediocre pass blocking. They're a good run blocking team. Don't get me wrong, but it's a Mike Tomlin team. They're gonna be good in the trenches. Their pass blocking is very mediocre. A lot of time, Justin doesn't have time to go through. I was watching the Chargers game. He doesn't have time to go through his progressions. He's literally bailing, which is why I said he should be starting because he could escape. He's an escape artist.
Do that.
Russ can't move like that. So I'm going pretenders because mediocre offense, lack of weapons, and I don't think they can compete when it gets time in the playoffs.
I think it's so matchup driven for a team like this.
That's another thing too.
Like going into Houston, I could see them getting killed. But if Houston had to come into Pittsburgh in January, so I don't know. I want to.
Can you win 3 games? You can't win 3. I don't think you can win 3 games in the playoffs just playing keep away, basically, because they're gonna be going against a team with more superior offense than theirs. So they're gonna have to play keep away.
I think I'm gonna go pretenders. When he was talking, I was trying to talk myself so much in them being the contenders. I'm like, yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. They're contenders. Well, they're they're not. They're pretenders. I'm sorry.
Good points. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, you won me over. I was thinking Mike Tomlin's the man.
He is.
He's good
which is why they're always in the playoffs every other year.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. The receivers point you got me. I'm just thinking of that matchup against the Bills.
That's what I'm saying.
It's such a tough matchup.
Good coaching can only get you so far.
Yeah.
You need players.
Yeah, I think they're definitely pretenders, and it's not really their own fault. I think if they could have got that Ayuk trade, maybe I'd have something different to say. Because Fields looked great, I thought, last week.
Yeah.
And yeah, you almost won me over when you were saying, was it Hervig? Was that the guy who came and got the sack for Highsmith?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That almost won me over. Yeah, they do have depth. Yeah, they can get after it. But it's hard. I think they're pretenders. But they could definitely give some people a real scare.
Oh, yeah. They're not going to get blown out at all.
They're a great team to find out how good your quarterback's against. Because, you could be lighting up the Jaguars, lighting someone up for 5 touchdowns. Go win a 17-17 game against the Steelers late in the season in Pittsburgh. That's how you know who's really good and who's really not. Like that's something that like separates great players. Like I remember not Tom Brady. I'll go Mahomes. Tom Brady's done it too. We know he has success against Pittsburgh. I'm bringing up Matt Mahomes. Pat Mahomes.
Good. Good.
Jesus.
Go ahead.
Pat Mahomes played Pittsburgh in the playoffs a few years back, and he just took care of him. And that was great. He put like 45 points. No sweat. So I think if you can destroy Pittsburgh, it says a lot about you.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to do. Like, literally, the only two people I can remember really doing that to them was like Brady Mahomes. I think Josh Allen might have got him a few times.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that wild card game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're always sneaking in as a 7 seed, 6 seed.
Yeah, and you like look like they're not even that good. But
Yeah.
then they are. They end up being a really solid team.
They're a sound football team.
Extremely.
Yeah, that was a new segment for the day. I appreciate Ryan throwing out our pretenders and contenders.
Yeah, we can do a few of those throughout the year as the year goes on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so look forward to that in the future. Maybe my mind will change on some teams. Maybe Caleb's will. I doubt it. He's pretty stuck in his ways. He knows what he's talking about, man. All right. Going on from that, we got Rookie of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year, in particular. Because there is two. And I think there's three main guys separate themselves right now. You think that's fair to say?
Three main guys separating. But there's mainly one.
There's three main guys. So you got Jaden Daniels, number 2 pick.
Yeah.
It's all the even picks. Think about that. 2, 4, 6.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You got Jaden Daniels, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Malik Neighbors. All those guys. Caleb here, Giants fan, I'm sure he has his pick already made.
Leak is Offensive Rookie of the Year. Do you see what he's doing? He's literally keeping Daniel Jones' job. He's going to end up trapping us with Daniel Jones. Down the sideline, his first big play of the game. Down the sideline, Daniel Jones throws a jump ball. The man literally said in his press conference after the game, yeah, the way the ball was falling down, I knew it was going to be an interception, so I tried to go over his head and get it. And what did he do? He got it. Snatched it.
That's an awesome quote.
Great quote.
That's an awesome
Great quote. Then, later in the half, to end the half, Daniel Jones throws a horrible ball. Looks like he's throwing it away. The back corner of the end zone. What does he do? Goes up, twists his body midair, comes down 2 feet in. Are we serious? Like, this guy is a dog. He's a bona fide number 1, and it's only his 3rd game in the league. Like, he's already Offensive Rookie of the Year. Book it right now. I don't care what Marv's doing in Arizona. Marv is good. Marv's already stole the reward from him once. This isn't college, buddy. This is the league. And, yeah, Daniel Jones is playing. Jesus.
You have a real problem with
it. I don't know what it is, bro. Like, I actually cannot stop doing this. Jaden Daniels, he looks great, and it's a quarterback-driven league, and he might end up winning if he keeps playing. If he keeps playing like this, he's gonna end up winning it. But I'm taking Malik Neighbors, and if Malik Neighbors ends up going for 1,500 yards in his rookie year, oh my god.
I mean,
dude, the jerseys
if you're gonna go for that many yards in your rookie year, you got to be from the boot. You got to be an LSU guy.
The jersey's already on the way. It's in the cart already.
I love number 1. I mean, when you have the oldest jersey ever retired in the NFL, when you have it unretired for you,
gotta be a dog.
You know you're gonna be
got
nasty.
no choice but to be a dog.
Like, so Malik Neighbors, who's your second guy? Who do you got behind him?
Jaden.
Jaden, all right.
I'm gonna go Jaden.
Yeah, because I just want to know, because I do think you really do think Malik Neighbors is the rookie.
Oh yeah, he deserves it.
And you want to know why? Because I do too.
Yeah.
Malik Neighbors is definitely right now the offensive rookie of the year. If I would pick a guy that's not him,
please do not say Marv.
Going Drake May. No, I'm just kidding. It should be Drake May. If Drake May was playing out there, you never know, but he's not going to get the chance this year, I don't think. I wouldn't put him behind that O-line, but just know Drake May, my rookie of the year, man. See you soon, man. But Malik Neighbors, definitely. He's a killer.
I don't know what it is, but I like on the low have a personal vendetta against Marvin Harrison Jr. I think one is because he went to Ohio State.
Yep.
2 is because he stole the Belinda call from Malik Neighbors.
But did you care when that happened?
I actually did care.
I was fuming.
I actually did care. Not to the extent of you, but I was like, bro, like Malik Neighbors is having a great year. Like he had a better year statistically. If it goes to the best receiver, it goes to the best receiver.
Every statistic.
Marv literally, and at the end of the year too, like that's when Marv was slowing down too. Like it was actually the complete opposite. Malik Neighbors was trending up, and Marv was going down. And Marv literally lost the biggest game of the year.
Well, he played Michigan 3 times. Like
and
obviously Ohio State's had great success. So what did he go 3-0 against Michigan?
Who?
Marvin Harrison?
No, he went 0-3.
Not once could he beat him.
0-3.
Not once.
Not once. Malik Neighbors was the better receiver.
Yes.
And he deserved that award. And then I don't know. Me personally, this is gonna sound crazy, and a lot of people are not gonna like this, but if I was Arizona, I would have thought about taking Malik over Marv a little bit.
Yeah.
I would have thought about it. I feel like it was a win-win situation because I mean, it definitely looks like a win-win situation right now. Look what Malik is doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just Marv doesn't. He's not really in it right now.
I remember it was winter break last year. I was home from school. I was at my good buddy Mad Dog's house. Shout out Mad Dog. And my buddy Duncan came to me. He's a big football fan. He's a giant Alabama fan. Bottom of the barrel, you know what I'm saying? And he looked at me and goes, hey, the Bolitnikov results came in. I'm like, oh, please. I know nothing good's about to happen.
No way.
I'm going to get emotional. He goes, it was decided by one vote. You know it came down to one vote? I'm like, oh my God, we have a chance if it came down to one vote. He goes,
His voter, that voter should have his rights revoked.
it's probably Urban Meyer or something.
Probably.
I saw it. I couldn't believe it. Malik Neighbors last year was on a different level than Marvin Harrison.
Dude, what?
It was just that. It was truly unfortunate that happened. Another guy for Offensive Rookie of the Year. He'll never win it. He won't. But Joe Alt definitely deserves some consideration.
Oh, he does. He does. He's playing. I mean, they were helping with T.J. Watt, but he was still he still had a good game against T.J.
It's unbelievable to be that good already as a tackle. Anyone else that's coming to mind? Caleb Williams isn't there yet.
No.
Bo Nix, never. Sorry,
No.
Bo Nix. It ain't happening.
No. Caleb. What the thing with Caleb Williams is, I mean, people want to say his team and his line is horrible, which is true. But at the same time, Caleb Williams is just the way that he play,
He thinks he's still playing Pac-12 after dark.
He's still playing college ball, and he's not adjusting. Real quick, going back to this Neighbors thing.
Yep.
I just pulled up 90 catches or 89 catches for 1,500 yards. Are you serious? How is that not Bolitnikov? 14 tuds? How is that not Bolitnikov status right there?
It's unbelievable.
That's actually insane. He actually got robbed. Dude, he went for 239 against Mississippi State.
Yeah, he did. He lit up Alabama, too. I think he had, 170 against them? Yeah, 171. Yeah. Now, if Daniels didn't get hurt, he would have had more.
Is it, it's insane. But, yeah, I don't think Caleb Williams is there yet. I feel like he still has a lot of learning to do and a lot of growth to do, which isn't his fault. It's just part of being a rookie quarterback.
100%. It's just Caleb Williams. He'll figure it out probably. It's just such a learning curve. I forgot someone for Rookie of the Year. I'm sorry. Brock Bowers. Oh. My man, Brock Bowers. He's already a Hall of Famer in my eyes. They should make the gold jacket already. He's Hall of Fame.
Make the bus.
Yeah, just do it. The man just is football. He's from Georgia. Plays Georgia football. 2-time Mackey Award winner. 2-time national champion. Shows up, whatever. It's Brock Bowers. You don't really hear much about him. He's almost bald already.
Michael Mayer better in front of him, too.
Yeah, they drafted tight end in the second round last year. It doesn't matter. Bowers comes out against the Ravens, 90 yards. He's only getting started, too. It's almost impossible to win Rookie of the Year as a tight end, I feel like.
Fair.
Because it's tight end's such a hard position. Laporta had an unbelievable year last year, and he didn't win it.
Who won it last year?
We can think. Let's think about this.
I'm trying to think of rookies from last year.
CJ Stroud, duh.
Oh, yeah. Honestly.
Yeah.
That's kind of bad.
Well, it feels like he's been around for 10 years. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard.
Him and Anderson,
when you have a quarterback playing like that,
yeah,
they're gonna give it to him anyways.
Yeah.
Which is it's kind of fair because that's the one position where it's so hard to translate.
Yeah.
And be instantly good at. So I understand it, but it's so hard to win Rookie of the Year as not quarterback or receiver or running back. Any other position is pretty hard to win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. Going back to Malik Neighbors, how many yards did you say he had last year?
1,569 yards.
Marvin Harrison only had 1,200. How many touchdowns?
14.
Okay, they both had 14 touchdowns. That's unbelievable. That's robbery. That's robbery. I can't even talk.
How many catches did he have?
He had 67.
89. 89 grabs with another first-round receiver on your team.
Yeah, exactly. And a Russian quarterback.
Come on now.
Really?
Are we serious? Justice for Leak. That's why he should get it this year.
He's getting it back in blood.
He should.
All right. Debuted it last week. We got our last segment of the day.
Who's been beasted?
who's been beasting back at it again. Got 3 guys from each of us who we think have been just balling out recently and got to show some love to. Kev, you got your first guy?
Yeah, my first guy is going to be Matthew Stafford. Long-time vet, been in the league quite a minute. He just persevered last week. I was watching that Rams-Niners game, came down to the last minute. Just the way – he's also a coach on the field. And this guy's been – he's getting it done. They are 1-2. Yeah, they are. I think they're 1-2. But they've been in some gritty games, and just think about what he's going up against. Like, the odds are stacked against him. He has 3 of his 5 starters are out on the offensive line. No Cup, no Nakua, and they're winning. He just won. He just beat a Niners team, and he's out. Like the way he played on Sunday, I loved it. Matthew Stafford is my first beast of the week.
Couldn't agree more. Future Hall of Famer.
Oh, for sure.
Gotta love Matt Stafford.
For sure.
True gunslinger. My first one is Andre Yoshivas, the second-year receiver for the Bengals out of Princeton. A lot of people not really sure who he is until a few weeks ago. And then when T. Higgins out against Kansas City, steps up, boom, 2 touchdowns. Then last week, big game Monday night, they lost. He had 50 yards and a touchdown. Forget a guy from Princeton who's showing up. Joe Burrow has your trust already. They're throwing him like he had a catch last night. 3rd down, great toe tap. He's really stepping up, and he looks like he's going to be the 3rd guy on this team. And that's a great – if they can actually get that 3rd guy, because filling in that Tyler Boyd role, that's amazing. And Andre Yoshivas looks like he's doing that most definitely. So that's my first one of the week.
My second one is going to be, guy from what's it called? Actually just lost my train of thought real quick. I'm going to go my second beast of the week, be a homer. I'm going to go Leak. Leak neighbors. I mean, first 3 games of the year, been balling. I know it sounds like such a homer right now, but if we're really looking at what he's doing, outside looking in, like you got to respect what he's doing, especially these past 2 games. Over 100 yards receiving, pretty sure. No, he didn't go over 100 last week against Cleveland, but he had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns.
And like he's making plays left and right. And he's literally
saving all the plays.
Yeah, he's saving another man's job. Like he's literally keeping another man's job, and he's just been balling, and I love to see it. And he's my second beast of the week.
My second one is Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen. Hope my mom's listening to this. My mom loves Josh Allen, so this one's for you. That's your guy, Josh Allen. He's just destroyed the Jaguars. Just beat the brakes out of them. Week before, it wasn't really him passing, but he looked great against Miami, I thought, too. That's 2 weeks in a row Josh Allen's looking good. I know they won week 1. Can't really remember what happened. But I know this week against the Jaguars, it was just belt to ass. He came out, he's using all
B2A.
Yeah, literally. All these receivers, Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, you got Dalton Kincaid, James Cook out the backfield. Every one of these guys, they're not Stephon Diggs. They're like, it's the group over the individual. And Josh Allen's getting everyone the rock, and their offense looks amazing.
Bills look good. Josh Allen, early MVP candidate.
Yes, he's playing unbelievable.
For sure. To finish it off for me, my third and last beast of the week is Xavier McKinney, the safety for the Green Bay Packers. Listen to this. He has 3 interceptions on the year. He's only allowed 2 catches on him. And quarterbacks have a 28.1 passer rating when throwing the ball to his way. This guy's been balling. He's really the quarterback at the backfield for Green Bay. He was great in New York, and I'm glad to see guys go somewhere else and get success and finally get some recognition. He's still very underrated. I think he deserves a lot more recognition, but I'm shouting him out. Good job doing your thing, X. Keep going.
You know what? That was real big of you. Give a shout out to a former Giant, man. Respect right there. Respect.
Of course.
My last one of the week, kind of touched on him briefly, but I want to give a lot of credit to Zach Charbonnet, running back for the Seattle Seahawks. He's stepping up for Kenneth Walker being out, and he's been playing great. My buddy Owen Lisk, he had him in fantasy. He can't stop raving about him. 91 yards this week, 2 touchdowns, 16 yards in the air. I mean, that's great production from the running back position. Zach Charbonnet started at Michigan, transferred to UCLA to be closer to his family. Gotta love a man like that. Just coming up, stepping up for Kenneth Walker, and just playing great football. He's more of a power back, and he's been really getting that done. And just filling in, playing great football. I mean, that's what Who's Been Beastin's all about.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why.
Shouting out guys who come in, working, aren't out there conditioning, earning their money.
Yep.
Love to see guys like that.
Gets me going, man. Brings a tear to the eye.
Of course, all the time. We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Appreciate the support, the love. It means a lot to me, Harry, and Ryan behind the camera. Shout out to Ryan holding it down behind the camera again. we'll be seeing y'all later in the week. Have a good night.
Yeah. Thank you guys.